Guys, first and foremost, that was not a pretty game to watch by any means. I mean, it was a tough watch. It was a very, very tough watch. Arsenal versus Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal running out as 1-0 winners. And to be honest, that is the most important thing. Leaving an away fixture in the Champions League quarterfinals with an advantage is massive. It's absolutely massive. And Kai Havertz with the winner in the 90-something minute. Again, it was very, very late on. Looked like Arsenal were going to have to take back a stalemate from this Sporting game, but Kai coming off the bench, making the difference. Martinelli with a beautiful bit of play coming inside from the wing, showing a bit of dynamic play, which we haven't seen a lot from the team as of recent. And he picked out Kai Havertz with a ball over the top. Brilliant finish by Kai. And Arsenal run out with the 1-0 advantage, which is crucial. This is a Sporting team who haven't actually lost a game in the Champions League this season. So for Arsenal to get that victory is massive. They, again, have beaten the likes of PSG at home. And so with that in mind, you know this isn't going to be an easy game. Sporting were game. They were game from minute one. They were pressing high. They were looking to take advantage of any of Arsenal's mistakes. They were aggressive, especially Araujo, who was on the Sporting left side of the pitch. He was causing problems time and time again. And it looked like they would score. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't score. Raya, man of the match in my opinion, was absolutely brilliant from minute 1 to minute 90. I mean, yeah, he's the reason that Arsenal were able to actually see themselves in a position of 0-0 throughout this game. It could have been 1-0, they could have conceded again, but again, hats off to him. He's shown his quality time and time again. Arsenal need a top quality goalkeeper, and he is definitely in that mode. He comes out with some really good stops, comes and claims his crosses very well at a high degree. And with Arsenal, as you've seen in other games, if they don't have a top quality keeper, they can suffer, and they can suffer badly. Raya makes a massive difference, because as good as this defense is, he is a massive part of it. He is a massive part. When the defense falls, when the defense slips, he is there to make sure that we do not concede. And again, Sporting had the same approach as Southampton, same approach as Man City. It seemed to really try and get the ball over the top of Arsenal, try and isolate the fullback, try and cause as much damage as they could in the positions that they were able to exploit. And it worked, you know, it worked for a good while. Arsenal couldn't get footing in the game. The attacking players weren't playing their best. Trossard, a major non-factor. Gyökeres, absolute non-factor. Madueke was the best of the front three. He was taking on players, but with no significant end product, was winning free kicks, and that was the best. Martin Odegaard, again, a kind of nothing performance, in my opinion. Linking the play generally well, but you've got him playing like a 6, coming deep to collect the ball, then facilitating the ball across the pitch. It's just like, I don't think that's what we need. I think Eze, in the way we deploy him as a true like 10, and you see Rice and Zubimendi operate in a double pivot, that seems to work better than Odegaard just seeming to want to be a deep lying midfielder as well, and we have nobody linking the play. Gyökeres looks lost. He's not receiving the ball. Again, I think he needs to play with particular types of players, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I just saw Odegaard just going back to some of his traits that I don't really like. Too many touches, not looking to progress the ball as well as we know he can actually do. Giving Arsenal no real bite, no real pizzazz in the middle, seemed just safe, not adventurous. And again, it might be overly critical, but wasn't seeing the best from him. Zubimendi was okay. He had a goal actually disallowed, which was painful. Gyökeres was offside in the build-up. Brilliant finish by Zubi. I mean, I was of the opinion if that was a goal, he has stepped up in another big moment for Arsenal, exactly when we need him. He's done it again. Declan Rice, all-action midfielder, defending-wise was on job. I think he showed his defensive prowess in this game. Again, I wouldn't say anyone from an attacking standpoint really shone. Calafiori, Ben White, solid enough, nothing to write home about. And again, Gabriel and Saliba, again, solid. Difficult for them at times, but solid enough. And again, I think the defence was okay, but I just don't understand completely how we were overrun time after time after time. I think, again, it comes from like teams being able to bypass that midfield very easily with a direct sense of play, and that's something that Arsenal had to come up against. The first half was really not great. Second half got a little bit better, but tough watch. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, but it was a tough watch, and these games are going to be tough. I mean, I'm somebody who doesn't really Listen, if my team play great football, who doesn't love to see that? I love to see it, but at the position my team are in now, and honestly, me as a football fan, the most important thing for me is to win. And the feeling of getting that last minute winner was brilliant. I would take that 10 times out of 10. The game itself, yeah, no one's going to lie to you and say it's something that you should rewatch or that was enjoyable in any means. But listen, you got to see out these games. You got to get the victory. Arsenal move on to an absolutely pivotal game in the Premier League against Bournemouth at home. Win that, and they're one step closer. If they do win it, 6 games left, and Man City will enter into their next game 12 points behind. Obviously, it will be a position where they have 2 games in hand and still have to play Arsenal. A lot can still happen there, but Arsenal put themselves in a position with 6 games to go to say, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. And so this game coming in to this pivotal game in the Premier League with that momentum, with that thought process of, yeah, we're off the back of a winning game. Confidence will improve after back-to-back losses. The first time Arsenal have had that this season. And yeah, it puts us in a good position. Happy with the win. We take this advantage back to the Emirates. Sporting our game. We know their game. We have history with them in knockout phases as well. We know how dangerous they can be. But we are in a position at home where we should see this out, and we should be playing in the semi-finals against either Atletico Madrid or Barcelona. But guys, I want to hear who your man of the match was. Was it Raya? Was it somebody else? What did you think about Arsenal's performance, the style of play? I want to hear it. Make sure to leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.